What's going on, everyone? It's time for another horror thriller film review. Today is actually the start of my countdown to Halloween. So every day from now till Halloween, October 31st, I'm going to be posting a video, at least one video of horror, thriller, sci-fi, or fantasy. I'm just going to focus on those genres up until Halloween. Obviously, on Halloween, I'm going to or on November 1st, I'll post the video of what I watched on Halloween. And yeah, so this is the first one of it. So let's get started. The first one we're going to do is a thriller. It's also marketed as a horror film, but it's more of a thriller. Today we're going to talk about a film called Elizabeth Harvest. It was released by IFC. It was released by IFC Films August 10th, 2018. It stars Abby Lee, um, Sharon Hines, Carla Gugino, and Matthew Beard. Yeah. And it was produced by Brian Kavanaugh Jones, Leon Clarence, and Fred Berger, and is produced, written, and directed by Sebastian Gutierrez, who did films like Electra Luxie, Woman in Trouble, Rise, Blood Hunter, and Jet. So this is a interesting, amusing, more art house sort of style thriller. It's about a girl, a guy who basically clones his dream girl and marries the clone and goes about and has his way with them and stuff. Even though he has two servants that help him out, which are uh, yeah, kind of in on it, kind of not, and yeah, but and then if something doesn't go the way or there's something wrong with the clone, he kills them, and then but one time at some point there's um he goes through the motions again, and but the clone fights back and actually kills him and tries to cover it up and then goes on the run, and it's quite the ordeal. Overall, this film does have quite an interesting story. It's a little unique and different, but done with the more same conventional thriller type of storytelling. Um, yeah, so first off, the music in this is actually pretty good. It's very minimal in some spots, but it's still pretty good and really enhances the viewing experience. And which was actually pretty surprising. The cinematography in this is not too bad as well. Now, I'm not sure if this is a cinematography choice or an editing choice, but it does have a lot of scenes where it goes into like a split screen where you have like this half of the screen would be one thing and this half would be another thing. And yeah, so you watch it like comic book style. I hate that in movies. That drives me nuts when they do that, and I think it's a horrible choice, but they have some of that in this. But I'm not sure if that's an editing choice or a cinematography choice. So yeah, but overall the production design of the whole film is actually really well done. It has quite color, like an artistic flair to it. It has quite a lot of colors in each scene, and it's very pleasing to the eyes for the most part. Now, when there's some brutal stuff happens, it gets pretty dark, and it still stands out and looks pretty good. So, yeah. Um, yeah, the acting in this is actually really good and really well done. It's very minimal cast, and overall, they all give solid performances. None of the acting seems like a little like cheapish or anything like that. This is actually a pretty solid film, and yeah, the story itself though is kind of basic. It's kind of like, after watching so many horror and thriller films, this film does have kind of like a stand. Like, yeah, I've seen this type of stuff done before, but it's done differently in this way, and yeah, it does seem kind of predictable in some scenes. It's kind of standard, but that's just from someone who watches like at least 500 movies a year. So, but if you're just like a casual viewer, you might actually find this one really good. It's actually really good. Like I said, it's very art housey. Like, the lighting in this film actually plays a big role. They play with a lot of good the blues, greens, reds, and it actually enhances it, and it looks really good. Some people, they might not like this. They might find this movie the most boring movie out there. And but with the horror elements that they incorporated into it, that makes it a little more thrilling and even more dark, and starts really pushing the boundaries of this, of how far it would go. And it really enhances it. And overall, I thought this film was pretty good, but in the end, I'm probably going to give Elizabeth Harvest a 3 out of 5. It's decent enough, but it's still like doesn't stand out amongst the crowd. It's no Seven. It's no Eraserhead or anything like that. Those films really play with the emotions and stuff like that. This is kind of a little bit of run of the mill, but done a slightly different way, but still with like a little more artistic flair mixed in with it. And overall, it's a good film, but in the end, I don't. Uh, I think it's a good. It's good, but it's not great or really good. So I'm going to give it a 3. So yeah. But if you want to check it out, I'm not sure where it's streaming or anything right now, so I'll link the trailer down below, like always. But also link down so you check that out and see what I'm talking about. But also link down below is my Instagram. That's where I post clips of films we're going to review in the future on my story. Just put the film title in there and some fun fact thing in there as well. And also my Letterbox is down below, Derek P Reviews. That's where I post my first star rating after watching the films. And my Twitter's down below, reviews_Derek. So follow me on those platforms too. Look at this channel. Like this video, share it so more people aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. If you have any films or film franchises in any genre and on any streaming service that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can and if I can find them. And yeah, make sure you subscribe. Hope find some weird, obscure, and odd that you probably never thought of checking out together. And also share my opinions on popular films that come out, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell because, well, we're going to continue on the countdown to Halloween with another horror thriller, but it's a Netflix original, The Deliverance. I heard it's really bad, but I'll be the judge of that. And yeah, so that's it for this one. Watch out for all those clones trying to kill us because, well, yeah, that happens. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.